Hi students, it is time for our startup. This is week 24, day 3. The first question on here says to complete the analogy. And so whenever we deal with analogies, remember we want to look at this first part, find the relationship here, and then figure out how that similar relationship is going to be over here. And we notice the two dots here and here. Those are the same, the way they're set up. And then we have 4 dots here. So the way we read this is leash is to dog as blank is to balloon. And then we look at this and say, okay, what's the relationship between a leash and a dog? Well, a leash is something, you could look at this a number of ways, that you tie onto a dog. A leash is something that you put on a dog so that you can hold it. So if we have a balloon, what do we tie onto it, or what can we put onto it to hold it? And that would get us string. You may have had, I don't know, we usually go through these and you have a lot of questions and a lot of alternative answers. I'm feeling like this one's pretty straightforward, but in the comments on the quiz that I give you, if you have something different and you want to check that, you can ask me then. Number 2, circle the correctly spelled words. Oh, what a coincidence. We just did all of this I-E-E-I thing. So hopefully you remember the rule. I before E, except after C, or when it sounds like A, as in neighbor or way, or a bunch of exceptions. Well, I added that last part in myself, but we know it's true. So neighbor is spelled correctly, sounds like A, so it's E-I. Neither is an exception, but it's E-I. Height, an exception, E-I. Piece actually follows the rule. Then way, this would be E-I because it sounds like A. And I hope the one thing you remember is weird, and it does not follow the rule to be correct. So that is incorrect, even though if it followed the rule, it would be right. So that's confusing. Number 3, rewrite the sentence correctly. So in rewriting it, there's 2 options that I saw here. What we have is a subject that does not agree with the verb. We have a plural subject, and we need a verb that will work correctly with that. So it would be either bulldogs have short, sturdy legs, or a bulldog has short, sturdy legs, changing it one way or the other. Number 4, which sentence is an example of a metaphor? Remember, a metaphor is simply saying something is something else. That's very powerful to say that something is something else. So we have the bulldog's face is a silent snarl. It is certainly saying that it is something, but we always want to check all of our answers. The bulldog's face looks like a Halloween mask that has been squashed. We have the word like in there. That turns it into a simile. So if we could take like out and make a metaphor out of it, if you said the bulldog's face is a Halloween mask that has been squashed, that would be a metaphor. But as soon as we have like in there, it changes to a simile. And the last sentence, the bulldog barked briskly. That is just a plain old sentence. No, just it's descriptive, but it's not either a metaphor or a simile. Number 5, write a comparison of the 2 dogs. Be sure to use a good topic sentence. So it gives us the details about 2 different dogs. It's kind of like a Venn diagram, but it's a square. And then it has the commonalities, which are in this little joined part in the middle. And you will write a comparison. That is the piece that will show up on the Edmodo quiz today. So you will write that on there, or type it on there, I should say, and that's how we will be able to communicate about this. All right. Great job, students. I'm glad you're checking in with me. I appreciate it, and we will connect again soon.